I'm gonna be honest, guys. I lost my edging streak. Since season 3's teaser slash announcement PV was out like a month ago, we got some confirmations of some things. There was a lot of assumptions about the show. People saying that JC Staff has a good schedule for season 3, which is not true to some degree. So, will One Punch Man season 3 be well animated? I swear, some of you go to the comments and say, easy. No. Shut the fuck up. From the announcement, we got that JC Staff is doing season 3. No, it's not Mappa or Bones. I still don't get why people thought Madhouse, Ufotable, or Murata's own studio will pick up season 3. If you think for a second, like, logically, Madhouse was producing Frieren from 2022 up until probably when it was airing. Ufotable is not the type of studio who would pick up a continuating show, and they're a bit burdened right now with too much projects. We saw that with Demon Slayer season 3, they had to prioritize more on the other projects, being Genshin Impact and the Tsukihime movie. Murata Studio don't have the manpower to do it because they are a new studio. And yes, Bones and I guess Mappa was the most probable one. Let's state the obvious. The trailer was pre-animated. Pre-animated trailer is basically the trailer acts as their own show. It's a separate project that they solely work on for the trailer. While some shows can look as good as the pre-animated trailer, some can look not as good as the pre-animated trailer. For this, I don't know. The trailer was animated mostly by Kenichiro Aoki, or all of it, who is the ace animator for JC Stuff. He's a big part in the studio when he's participating in a project. Kazunori Ozawa also supervised the trailer. I don't know if he directed or just corrected some effects or drawings. From what I remember, this fight is going to occur in the first episode. There is a high chance that it won't look the same in the show compared to the trailer. It could look way better or the same. I don't know. This is me speculating, but I do think this trailer was made just so that they could have something to show. It's not a trailer to showcase the animation, which yes, the art direction, compositing, overall aesthetic looks way better compared to season 1, which again, season 2 was done in 6 months. And JC Stuff also had to make one of their shows 3D, being High Score Girl, so they would have more manpower. The fight was good, nothing crazy, some nice layouts, the drawings at the end was great, but overall, the trailer was nothing mind-blowing. An animator also said, from a deleted tweet, that One Punch Man Season 3 was only a couple of months in production when the trailer was dropped, although it was announced in 2022. That's because JC Stuff. JC Stuff is more of a quantity over quality type studio. They produce too much shows that they could handle. That's why their quality is not the greatest most of the time, because they don't have access with a lot of animators compared to Mappa. They also have a tendency to produce stuff in-house. Like with One Punch Man Season 2, they only outsource like one episode. Of course they try to, but sometimes they can't really handle that much shows. Of course they probably have studios that are contracted with them, and outsourcing is not always a bad thing. I'm not the most knowledgeable about the contracting studios thing, so I'll just say that much. Currently they are working on 15 shows right now, not counting ONAs or specials, because why would I? 3 of them are currently airing right now, and even after season 3 trailer was dropped, they were still announcing new shows slash series. Again, most of them have different teams. I'm not well versed in JC Staff's team, but from a little bit of digging, there's the Fujishiro team, which was the team for season 2 of One Punch Man, and the Suzuki team, which is probably the best team in JC Staff. They did most of their hard-hitting action shows like Railgun, Danmachi, and a lot more. There's probably more production lines than these two, but the problem is that the in-house animators in JC Staff does intertwine with some future projects like Tsukimichi Season 2, Fairy Tail, and the next season of Danmachi. Although we still don't have any information about the staff beside people that were already involved in One Punch Man, like the series comm, character designer, and more. But we don't have the series director and animation producer for this show, which is pretty weird. I'll talk about that later. It's just that they pick up so much shows that they probably delayed season 3's production a lot, which also leads to another question. Was it good that JC Stuff picked up this season? Some no's and yes. Of course, there's some studios that could handle it better. Bones Mob Psycho team just finished the series and didn't have anything to do. I thought that was the team that was gonna pick it up. The positive part is that it is mainly the same team. We still don't know if it is, but it is still JC Stuff. They don't have to change much. The pre-production is not really a problem because the character sheets are already there. The overall aesthetic has already been solidified from season 2, which they are touching up on that because everything was rushed back then, so with more time, hopefully they can fix it. Content-wise, we don't have to worry about it probably. For manga readers, and as a manga reader myself, season 3 is the most action-packed of all the seasons. There are panels that is so detailed that can be pretty hard to adapt when it's moving, of course. The fights are very big scale. I'm not gonna spoil much, but if they can adapt Fubuki's voluptuous breasts and Tatsumaki's figure, then smash. I do think it will be very hard for JC staff to adapt this season because again, the scale is massive compared to previous seasons. If they do 24 episodes, I did reread some stuff from the manga. Yes, 12 episodes wouldn't make sense because they would literally stop at the midpoint of the arc. But I'll be honest, if season 3 is getting 24 episodes, then GG. Even if it's a split 2 core, GG. If you want the show to have a good schedule, season 3 should come up in 2026. I don't think DC staff can handle season 3. They can still make it really good, but it is fully dependent on the team. Don't be those Twitter goblins like,
Oh my god, DC stuff, ew, where's my baby studio bones? I definitely don't live in my mother's basement chugging 10 liters of Gatorade every day.
the series director is the most important thing for a show. They are in charge for how the show will look, how will they communicate to the other teams like the compositing team, other episode directors, storyboarders, animators, even voice actors. They are the most influential thing in the project. Why did JJK season 1 had a more focus on action? It's because of the director Sung-Ho Park. And why did season 2's approach was more in a directorial and a cohesive matter? Yes, also the fights were still really great because of the director Shotogo Susanoo. Looking at the staff that is currently out right now is nothing much. Makoto Miyazaki has always been the music man for One Punch Man. Same with the series composer and the character designer Chikazi Kabuto. Hopefully he actually does some work for the season, unlike season 2. But there's 2 new character designers. Shinjiro Kuroda has only done key animation for some JC staff shows like Shokei Shoujo no Virgin Road alongside with Keiichiro Saito, the director for Frieren. I'm coping, guys. Danmachi, which I can't find the clip, and some VTuber music video stuff. Ryosuke Shirakawa, can't really find clips that he animated before, but judging from the stuff he's credited before, he probably was an in-house staff for Kyoto Animation, so that's cool. Unlike my Chainsaw Man video, there really is nothing to go off of for actual like knowledgeable speculations in who's gonna direct. I mean, there's a lot of hopium stuff like on Twitter, like, oh, Shingo Natsume used to work in JC stuff, so maybe he's gonna be the director. I'll give you a bit of hopium. Takashi Hashimoto, a veteran in the anime industry who has been animating for so long, has been hired for JC stuff. He was the action director for some episodes in Spellbladers. He did some of the standout fights there and also in Danmachi season 4. Again, action directed and effects animation directed for some episodes. Outside of JC stuff, he has done a lot of work. He mainly focused on effects animation, but his action direction is really great. It's also said that he is working on 4 projects for JC staff currently. 2 of them was Danma Season 4 and Spellbladers. Although this post was in 2022 and One Punch Man Season 3 was definitely not in production in 2022. It's also said that he is retiring at the end of 2023, but that doesn't make sense because he's still working for shows in 2024 and Bleach is probably still in production because that shit is in shambles. Again, there's really not much stuff to go by. Cock and ball torture. We just hope that JC staff gets a good schedule for this season, and hopefully depending on the director, they actually rely more on freelancers. Of course, mixed in with their in-house animators. Will it be good or bad? It's too soon to judge. Yes, they had people like Yen Yen, Rio, Julian Bentley, and a lot of more freelance animators in season 2, but the episodes that they participated in was an outsourced episode, being episode 8. Although some of them appeared in later episodes, it's very unlikely because some of them are just at a different level now, unlike before for One Punch Man season 2. Yes, JC Staff is a very old studio. They probably piled up a lot of connections in the industry, but at the same time, even if they get enough time to do season 3, I don't think it will meet expectations for at least like season 1 levels. Just keep your expectations low for now. That's all I'm gonna say. Again, it would never be at the same level as season 1, but hopefully at least it will be really good. We hopium. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Again, didn't have much to go off of, but I'm just trying to inform people that just don't understand how production work and assuming stuff when they don't do their own research. But yeah, if you guys like this video, leave a like. If you hate it, leave a like. Comment down below what are your thoughts about season 3. Is it going to be good or bad? We don't know. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. See you guys next time.